Hello and welcome to another Tomorrow's World webcast. My name is Wallace Smith. It's great to have you here. And I want to talk about what's been all over the news recently, which is the Ashley Madison website. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with it, Ashley Madison is a website, or at this point maybe I should say was a website, that enabled its users to have adulterous affairs. It was huge. In fact, if I recall from the news, it was about to go public. They were actually going to start making it available where you could invest in the company. And it was a company that had millions of users, and they would use its service to try to craft adulterous affairs outside of their marriages. Absolutely horrible. I have a couple of articles from Business Insider, one of which was just August 20th, 2015. The title says it all. The Ashley Madison hackers have released a second load of data. It's twice as big as the first. They're talking about this 10 gigabyte file and this huge files of data that hackers are releasing to the world. What they've done is they've hacked into Ashley Madison. They found their list of users, all these people that have registered for the Ashley Madison service, and now they're releasing them to the public. So all these names of people who were seeking out adulterous affairs is exposed. That actually leads to the next article from also Business Insider, published on August 21st, titled, "The Blackmail of Ashley Madison Users Has Already Begun." It says on Tuesday, a huge trove of data stolen from the extramarital affairs website servers was leaked online. As well as confidential internal documents, this included user data on the site's 32 million users. You're talking about 10% the size of the entire United States population listed as users on this website. Absolutely atrocious. And it's very easy for us to sit back and think, well, these people are getting what they deserve. They use a service like this, and it's right that they should be exposed. I actually heard a report this morning about divorce lawyers that are giddy with the extra business that is going to come their way from the release of these names. It's easy to think, they're getting what they deserve. But there's two scriptures that come to mind for me. One is Romans 3 and verse 23. There Paul says, "For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God." These sins are being made public. But all of us have sins. And before we celebrate just too much with someone's sins being made public, we need to step back and ask ourselves, would I want my sins treated in the same way? There are marriages that are about to go in severe crisis because of this information. I'm not saying that they're not having to sleep in a bed they didn't make. There's a little more of a pun there than I intended. At the same time, it doesn't mean we need to celebrate. Frankly, as things I will summarize here in just a little bit, it's all a tragedy, and this doesn't change the tragic nature. But another verse comes to mind, and this comes from Luke, a passage in Luke 12, verses 1 through 3. Jesus Christ there says, "Beware of the leaven of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy. For there is nothing covered that will not be revealed, nor hidden that will not be known. Therefore, whatever you have spoken in the dark will be heard in the light, and whatever you have spoken in the ear in inner rooms will be proclaimed on the housetops." This idea, this mythology, this delusion that we can live a private life that no one will ever know anything about, it really is just that, a delusion. Jesus Christ tells all of us, warns all of us, that the things we do in private, they are going to be known. And right now it's happening to Ashley Madison users. We all have to be mindful that one day it's going to happen to all of us. And hopefully we'll remember our conduct at this time and be able to count ourselves as not hypocrites. Frankly, the news about this Ashley Madison service, it's not so much that the data was hacked and released, just the idea that not only did such a website devoted to empowering adulterous affairs exist, but actually investors were starting to line up to pour money into it because there was money to be made. That's the story. And it's a real reflection on the state of marriage in our culture today. That's our webcast. I hope it was helpful for you, and I hope you'll check out our other offerings on tomorrowsworld.org.